My childhood holiday nightmare. Blackpool 1950s. We all went to Blackpool at Holiday Wakes Week. The week the mills shut down. A trip on the steam train from Nelson to Blackpool. A train with no WC. It stopped at every town on the way. 2.5 hours to get to Blackpool, 35 miles away. No wonder I wanted to wee. I had to wee out of the train window. I hope I did not splash you in the face as you looked out of your window on the train to see if you could see Blackpool Tower like all the other people on the train. Blackpool, noted for fun, fresh air and fame. We took our buckets and spades and a pack-o-mac just in case it rained. We all carted our bags to our digs, a room out of hell at the back. The food was nothing to brag about. It made you feel quite sick when we went out. We got an ice cream with sand in and some raspberry stuff on the top and watched a Punch and Judy show on the beach. If you could call that fun. The best fun to see was a dog have a wee on a lady's handbag on the sand. Then we had a treat. We went out for a dinner, fish and chips on a dirty old plate. Then we all make our way back to the beach to have a paddle in the sea. There were jellyfish that stung us all as we paddled about. There was all sorts of things floating in the sea. There was brown stuff and long pink boons floating about round my feet. We all said we had a good time in the water. A little white lie. The salty sea fresh air to me smelt like the sewerage works at Nelson. Well, that's what I thought. Then we would have to go to the wax works. The place was not nice for the young to see. And then we had time on the Golden Mile on the penny slots and things. And then the week was over and it was time to make our way back on that train. We had some food and pop and sweets. We all fell asleep on the train. It must have been all that fresh air. I wonder next year will we get a train with a passageway and a WC. Once a year was too much for me. Blackpool is no different. 65 years on, it still has turds and condoms in the sea, and they say the sand is wet with pee. Now in July 2021 the sand is covered in human shit, according to the Lancashire Evening Telegraph. July 2021. Lancashire beaches have been strewn with dangerous and disgusting litter this weekend, with reports of needles, poo and a burning BBQ left in the sand. Over the hottest weekend of the year, beaches like Blackpool Beach and Lytham St Anne's were full with people basking in the sun and families enjoying days out. The reality of what seemed like a nice day sank in once holiday makers left their spots on the hot sand, leaving behind unpleasant traces of where they had been. Litter strewn across the sand, washed up by the tide and left scattered around bins was seen after the busy weekend. Groups of litter pickers set out with their bags and tools to pick up after others. One volunteer, Toto Jackson, had been litter picking from the aftermath of the weekend in between Blackpool Beach and Lytham Street Anne's Way. He says he found a range of dangerous items discarded. Toto said, "What people leave on the beach is disgusting.